Tragic and shocking news. Vancouver car attack at a Filipino festival. An SUV rammed through a crowd at a Filipino community festival in Vancouver City on April 26. According to Canadian police, at least 11 people were killed and over dozens were injured. Notably, the attack on April 26 evening took place 2 days before Canada's federal election. Eyewitnesses said that the driver just pushed the gas all the way, crashing into everyone in his way.
TVU's LaMonica Peters live in the newsroom tonight with the latest on the investigation and new information here coming in just within the last hour. LaMonica.
Mike, Claudine, the festival was supposed to be a celebration of Filipino culture, but it ended in death and devastation. Police say shortly after 8 o'clock last night, a 30-year-old man driving an Audi SUV rammed his car through the crowd attending the Lapu-Lapu Day festival. Bystanders helped police locate the suspect and turned him over to police. In the last hour, prosecutors announced 8 murder charges were filed against the driver, identified as Kai G. Adam Lowe. Vancouver police say they're confident the attack is not terrorism related, adding the suspect has a history of mental health issues. Witnesses describe a terrifying scene.
And all that, and like we were just walking towards the area, and then next thing you know, you just saw a car just like went so like fast, and then it was really loud. Like what I thought it was like gunshots, but no, like everyone started running, and then I hear crying, weeping, and I started getting a panic attack because it's like actually so different when you experience it, like, you know, secondhand. And like what I had to like think about was like, oh, what if I knew like people in that crowd? So I immediately, like, first thing in my head, I was like, gotta text everyone I know that I saw, because like this is supposed to be a fun event. Like we're supposed to unite as Filipinos and like celebrate for who we are, and then like it hurts that something like this had to happen.
Right there, some car, some Audi, black Audi, he just like stopped or whatever. I don't know, but from over there, from like the start right there, he just pushed the gas all the way through the whole block right there, crashing into like everyone in his way.
Can you describe a little bit what you saw?
I heard like a bunch of like crashing and stuff. Then I walked down like not even like half the block. I just saw like a bunch of bodies and everything, and I just went back. I don't know, I'm just like, I'm mad at whoever did that, because like why would he do that? Like, it's like a Filipino festival, like it feels kind of targeted, but like I don't know, like I heard the dude was drunk. I don't know if he was like, if it was like a hate crime or if he was just drunk, but yeah, still like just wrong.
Coming in, the barricade was moved so that they were allowed to come in. The vehicle slowly made its way through the first 2 booths and then started to pick up speed. It sideswiped someone on the right. I looked at it and I was like, this guy's going kind of fast. And then by the time we realized that he hit someone, he slammed on the pedal, and a big rev from the engine made a huge noise throughout the entire festival, and he just slammed right into hundreds of people. And it looked like a bowling ball hitting bowling pins, and all the people were flying. There were people that were flying higher than the height of a food truck. I just remember vividly just the shock and the sound of the bodies hitting the vehicle, and it's something I'm gonna have to live with for a long time, and I just can't get that image and sound out of my head. It's been less than 24 hours, and it's still every couple of minutes I'm thinking about it. Today I was at Granville Island, and I can't even look at people who are walking on the sidewalk or walking on the street, because I know what just happened. I saw people's bodies just flying. It's just such a horrific event.
And prosecutors have now charged the suspect. He made an appearance in front of a judge this afternoon. Jason Proctor joins us from the Vancouver newsroom. And Jason, what can you tell us about what happened?
Well, Ian, there's a publication ban on the hearing, so I can't tell you what was said at this bail hearing, but the suspect's name is Kaiji Adam Lowe. He's 30 years old, and he made a brief virtual appearance this afternoon in front of a judge. He's the same man who we've seen in video taken by bystanders who told us he was restrained and arrested at the scene. He appeared this afternoon from a jail cell. He was wearing grey prison sweats. He said very little during the proceeding, just confirming his name with his hands in front of him the whole time, and he kept his head down as a Crown and defense lawyer spoke. We know from what police said earlier today, though, that police say they knew who he was.
The person we have in custody does have a significant history of interactions with police related to mental health. I can also say with confidence that we do not believe this was an act of terrorism, nor do we believe there are any ongoing threats to our community.
And do we know anything more about the nature of those interactions with police?
Well, no, both the chief and the mayor, Ken Sims, said they expect a lot to emerge about him in the coming days. But, you know, they both fit this crime into a pattern of random attacks that we've seen in this city in the past few years, which have really undermined the confidence of Vancouverites. We've seen people killed and badly wounded by stranger attacks, some with knives, and now apparently with a high-end, powerful vehicle.
The conversation keeps coming back to mental health. We need to take care of people that are sick, get them the care they need. It's the only humane thing to do for those individuals, and then we start to avoid horrific events that are occurring on a regular basis.
And Ian, Lowe's next court date is May 26 in Vancouver. He'll remain in custody until then.
These events have shattered the calm of Vancouver, a brutal reminder of how quickly life can change. As investigators piece together this tragedy, we stand with the victims, their families, the entire Vancouver community, and the whole global Filipino community. Stay alert, stay strong, and stay informed. For continuing coverage and real updates, make sure you're subscribed. This story is far from over.